Well, everybody, this is going to be part 5 of my 1930s through 1970s movie collection for 2025 edition. So, anyways, no time to waste. Let's continue on. Oh, I forgot that. It was part of the 1960s movie collection. I'll show that I'll show that on another video. So anyways, let's continue on. I'll probably rewatch this movie tomorrow sometime. August 27th, 1997. So this is a reprint. And the 34th week of 1997. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will get around in the future. Um, the Invisible Ink print date is March 2nd, 1992, and the other print date's March 5th, 1992. So printed the day before my birthday of that year. And 10 years before I was born. So, yep. This movie right here needed a rewatch soon. March 18th, 1994. I will probably watching this movie during the summertime soon. Um February 12th, 1996, so printed 2 days before Valentine's Day that year. There. That way I could make some more room here. Just let you all know on that. Classic 1950 movie right here that I've rewatched back in 2024. June 12th, 1990, and the 24th week of 1990. And if you guys haven't seen this movie, definitely recommend it. Heard it's one of the greatest movies of 1950s, so just let you all know on that once again. This movie right here needed a rewatch since I've watched this movie before back in 2020. July 29th, 1991. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will soon. So just let you all know on that. Reprint from December 18th, 2000. And this is the 1951 version of Angels in the Outfield. And of course, I do have the remake from Disney from 1994, which I'll show that on my 90s movie collection for early 2026 edition soon. September 23rd, 1994. Once again, haven't seen this movie yet, but I will in the future, so yep. Oh, April 19th, 1991, and the 16th week of 1991. And there we go. Alrighty. Let's continue on this video right here. And yes, I'm showing those 1951 movies to 1958. And this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. November 5th, 1997. So this is a reprint. And the 44th week of 1997. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. And once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will in the future, so yep. September 3rd, 1993. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch. And it's a classic right here, so yep. April 6, 1998. And the 15th week of 1998. Hmm. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch in the future, in which I've seen this movie before, back in 2020. It has John Wayne and Geraldine Page. And of course, Geraldine Page later did the voice of Madame Medusa in The Rescuers, which is a 1977 Disney anime feature. I've seen this movie before, classic from 1953 that I've first time watched last year. May 2nd, 1994. Once again, needs a watch in the future. August 28th, 1991. There. Oh, forgot to mention, I don't want the tapes to fall over again like last time. So, I have to be very suitable about that. So, anyways, let's continue. Once again, classic 1953 movie right here that stars Burt Lancaster and De- and Deborah Kurt. And this movie also has Ernest Bogine in it. He later voiced Mermaid Man in the TV series SpongeBob SquarePants, the Nickelodeon show. So, anyways, the print date is April 11th, 1990, and the sixth, the oh, the 15th week of 1990. Yeah, the printed the 15th week of 1990 is the print date, or the week and year code. And if you guys haven't seen this movie, definitely recommend it soon. So, yep. The spine is kind of faded there. But hopefully the rest of the tape still plays fine. And once again, this is a classic from 1953 that I've rewatched last year. And this movie features Jack Palance, who later voiced Rothbart in The Swan Princess. October 26, 1993. and printed the 43rd week of 1993. Reprint from April 7th, 1999, and the 14th week of 1999. And of course, I got the tape brand new and needs a rewatch in the future, so yep. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. Which I'll rewatch it next Halloween. March 11th, 2000, so printed 5 days after my birthday and 2 years before I was born. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will next year sometime. April 9th, 1996. And the 13th week of 1996. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. Which I've seen this movie before last time back in 2022. But now it needed a fully rewatch soon. March 27th, 2000. Once again, this is a classic but needs a rewatch soon. Um November 14th, 1988 is the Invisible Ink print date, and the regular print date's December 17th, 1988. There's no label on this tape, but at least I did pop in a tape and still the real thing. And printed the 51st week of 1988. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. January 15th, 1999. So this is a reprint. And the second week of 1999. I've seen this movie last year. It was a classic. October 26th, 1999. So printed 5 days before Halloween of that year. And the 43rd week of 1999. Reprint from November 17th, 2001. And I will probably rewatch this movie again real soon. This movie right here needed a rewatch, which I've seen this documentary before back in 2023, but it needs a rewatch. October 8th, 1994. I've seen this movie before back in 2022, almost 3 years ago, but it needs a rewatch soon. May 18th, 2001. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will in the future. Okay. Only a few more tapes left until part 6. And I've seen this movie before back in 2023. Classic 1956 movie starring John Wayne. December 8th and December 19th, 2001. And this movie right here needs a rewatch soon. This is part 1, by the way. September 17th, 1995. And part 2 is printed the same day as part 1, September 17th, 1995. This is the 1956 version of The King and I, so yep. Oh, the Invisible Ink print date is April 6, 1991, and the regular print date's April 18th, 1991. And the 15th week of 1991. Oh yeah, by the way, needs a rewatch. And also the ad I put somewhere and keep it safe, so that way I'm not gonna lose it. And this is the 1956 version of Anastasia, starring Yul Brynner and Ingrid Bergman. The recycled print dates are May 28th and June 5th, 1993, and the regular print date's November 27th, 1995. The recycled week and year code's the 23rd week of 1993, and the regular week and year code's the 49th week of 1995. And this tape is recycled from Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, the 1993 VHS. I will probably rewatch this movie in the future, which I've seen this movie before a few years ago, but I need a rewatch, so yep. April 25th, 1989. The print date is Christmas Day 1993, and the 51st week of 1993. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. April 2nd, 1993, and the 14th week of 1993. Once again, this movie right here needed a rewatch soon. August 22nd, 1994, and the 33rd week of 1994. Classic 1957 movie that I've first time watched back in 2022. March 23rd, 1995. is the print date. And lastly, here's the last tape for this part. And then we'll get on to part 6 afterwards. October 22nd, 1993. And the 43rd week of 1993. Well, everybody, there you have it for part 5 of my 1930s through 1970s movie collection for 2025 edition. Stay tuned for part 6 in the future. So, anyways, this is Superman Me 2002. See y'all later, and hope you have a great rest of your Friday. So.